Today, the airplanes we use every day offer us the opportunity to travel quickly and comfortably. With today's modern technology, traveling has completely transformed our understanding of time and distance. But how did we reach this convenience? Flying was a dream that humanity had longed for over centuries. Even during times of war, airplanes were among the most used technological tools. However, have you ever thought about who took the steps and how airplanes were invented? That journey dates not only to the present, but goes far back in history, to the very first people who attempted to fly. So who were the courageous individuals that took these steps? The Wright Brothers, a symbol of success. The Wright Brothers, Orville and Wilbur Wright, were American inventors who launched the first successful powered aircraft into the air. Although the history of flight did not begin solely with the Wright brothers, their achievement is considered a turning point in the world of aviation. In 1871, a structurally stable model aircraft called the Planophore, designed by Alphonse Pénaud, covered a distance of 40 meters in 11 seconds during a flight in Paris. This marked the beginning of a new era in aviation. Interestingly, the Wright brothers' interest in flying was ignited in their childhood after seeing a toy similar to this model aircraft. In the 1890s, unmanned experiments by Samuel P. Langley also played an important role. His steam-powered model aircraft, called Aerodrome, achieved great success by flying over 1 kilometer at a height of 30 meters. These experiments were supported by the U.S. War Department and the Smithsonian Institution, paving the way for manned flight. The Wright brothers were two simple bicycle mechanics working in Dayton, Ohio. Their curiosity about flying led them to study how birds flew. They explored scientific literature, but found little concrete and useful information. As a result, they turned their attention to a German engineer named Otto Lilienthal. Lilienthal was one of the first researchers to fly gliders and to document these processes in detail. Based on Lilienthal's observations, they conducted hundreds of tests, worked in wind tunnels, and tested their own gliders. Thanks to the results they obtained, they gained a better understanding of the basic physical principles of flight, lift, and drag. The most interesting part is that they had never received formal scientific education. Yet, through their perseverance and practical approach, they made revolutionary progress in this field. In December of 1903, they carried out the first powered, controlled, and sustained flight. Ibn Firnas, the first flying scholar in history. Perhaps from ancient times, humans dreamed of soaring into the sky by watching birds. For some, this desire remained just a dream, but for others, it was a purpose strong enough to turn into reality. Today, many people, when asked about the first flying man, mention Hezarfen Ahmed Çelebi. But very few know that centuries before Hezarfen, there was another who realized the desire to fly, the great scholar Ibn Firnas. Who was Ibn Firnas? Living in the 9th century, Ibn Firnas, whose full name was Abbas Ibn Firnas Abu al-Qasim, was born in the city of Cordoba, in what is today Spain, part of the Umayyad Caliphate of Andalusia. He was a scholar with deep knowledge in physics, chemistry, mechanics, astronomy, and poetry. He is also known for his inventions, such as producing glass from silica sand, optical lenses, and more. Firnas's desire to fly began after watching a tightrope walker's performance. The scene made him wonder, could humans fly too? His first experiment was carried out in 852 from the minaret of the Great Mosque of Cordoba. Using a system made from cloths, he threw himself from the minaret. Although he did not fully fly, he managed to descend gently like a parachute, an event considered the first safe parachute jump in history. Later, he designed a new system to achieve real flight. Using silk fabric and eagle feathers, he built wings that he strapped to his body. He then chose Jabal al-Arus Hill, near Cordoba, for his next attempt. According to sources, he was able to remain in the air for approximately 10 minutes, an incredible feat for that time. However, a serious mistake occurred during landing because there was no tail section. As a result, he injured his back during a hard landing. This led him to a conclusion. Birds land not with their feet, but with their tails. This observation would later inspire the addition of rear stabilizers and tails to airplanes. Unfortunately, none of Ibn Firnas's original writings have survived to the present. What we know about him comes from the records of other scholars of his time. NASA named a crater on the moon after him. In many countries, airports and scientific institutes bear his name. Conclusion: Ibn Firnas and the Wright brothers, one in the Islamic world of the Middle Ages, the other in Industrial Age America, were courageous, creative, and scientifically minded individuals who turned the dream of flight into reality. Their achievements are the starting point of the airplanes we use today, rapid travel and global connections.